In this video, I'll be summarizing and reviewing the Flash Rebirth number 6. If you haven't read any of the other Flash Rebirth or New 52, I highly recommend these comics. In the Flash number 5, we left off with Godspeed killing more speedsters, including Barry's new girlfriend Mina. We start issue number 6 with a man running from somebody in an alley. He stops to take a breath when we see a streak of lightning dragging the man. It's Godspeed. Godspeed tells the man that no one should escape justice and that his death will be quick but painful. Next, we see Barry in his lab. He's tearing himself apart because he believes that he should have been there to protect Mina and the other speedsters instead of taking the day off. August Hart, Barry's friend and colleague, runs into the lab to let Barry know that everything's running smoothly at Iron Heights. Barry tells August that he thinks Mina still might be alive, but August thinks that Barry shouldn't get his hopes up because there's no evidence that any of the speedsters killed by Godspeed have survived. Barry says that he searched every square inch of Central City and he's found nothing and all he wants is justice. Now Avery runs in frantic and tells the Flash and August that Godspeed has struck again. The CCPD have found 4 more dead bodies of Central City speedsters. When Barry arrives, he sees the reporters know the name Godspeed, and he wonders how they even got that information. It turns out that all the leftover speedsters went to the press. They tell Barry that they don't want to be speedsters anymore. Barry tries to convince them that he'll protect them, but they don't believe him. They say they don't want to have these powers anymore, but Barry doesn't know how to take their powers from them without hurting them. Barry decides to go talk to Iris and see what she knows, and in the middle of them talking about Mina's death, Wally walks in and overhears. The news makes Wally furious with Barry, telling him he should go out there and start investigating instead of flirting with his aunt. Wally runs out of the room and says he's going to find the Flash. Barry wonders how Wally even knows Mina, and then he realizes that Wally must have powers too. Barry goes back inside to ask Iris where Wally would have run off to, but Iris brushes it off and reassures Barry that he'll be fine. But then she tells him that all the people that Godspeed killed were speedsters, except one. Next, we see Barry running after August. Barry tells him that the man they thought was killed by Godspeed was the man accused of the murder of August's brother. August admits to killing him by telling Barry that he deserved to die, and then surprises Barry when he says that the others were just wasting their powers. August and Barry argue back and forth about what they believe justice is, until August says that the only thing that gets Barry up in the morning is death, and that's why Zoom killed his mother. Barry gets so mad at that he punches August in the face, and August thinks this just proved his point, that death fuels him. He basically tells Barry that he isn't fit to be the Flash anymore. August summons the Speed Force and reveals his new suit, and he tells Barry that he is now judge, jury, and executioner, and his name is Godspeed. The Flash and Godspeed fight for a little bit, but it's not long until Barry realizes that Godspeed is much faster. Godspeed stops Flash and tells him that he's so fast that he can do the one thing that the Flash can't. He can be in 2 places at once. Now here's my review. This series is in my top 3 for the DC Universe Rebirth. I know a lot of people saw this coming from a mile away, but for some reason it really shocked me that August was Godspeed. And even though the new Flash series is in my top 3, Godspeed is definitely my new favorite villain in DC. The way he's introduced and drawn in the Flash number 4, and now in this issue, is some of the coolest stuff I've seen in Rebirth in my opinion. I'm also really excited to see where Wally West's story goes, and I'm ready to see him in action with the Teen Titans later this month. I give this story a 9 out of 10, and the only reason I'm giving it a 9 is because I don't want to set a 10 out of 10 standard for this series until we get a few more issues, but I honestly can't wait for next week. Thanks for watching everybody. I'll be uploading new videos like this every Saturday. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment any feedback that you have, even if it's negative. See you next week.